Hello teachers, good afternoon. My name is Antonio Uribe. Actually, I study biomedical engineer, and today I'll talk about of my project with the topic bionic prosthesis. The first thing that I explain to you is the definition. The definition of prosthetics or prosthesis is a tool that we use to replace and simulate a part of the body that they lost in an accident or genetical causes. We have a lot of types of prosthetics. For example, we have a prosthetic to replace an eye, the nose, a teeth, the fingers, the hand, both legs, the arm, etc. But today I talk about of two types in specific, the simulation type and bionical type. In the case of simulation type, we have a lot of characteristics. For example, we have two models. One model don't have any movement, and the other model we have one movement, but with limitations. In this case, the person that they use this type of prosthetics have the necessity to use a orthosis. This is orthosis. It's a tool that the persons use to create stability during the walk, stand up, or sit down. And the principle, the persons with the prosthetical legs use this type of orthosis because produce a good stabilization during the movement. The materials that this type of prosthetics are made are plastic, metal, and PLA. The cost of simulation type are very cheap. Depends on the model and the materials, but in general are cheap. In the other side, we have the bionical type. These have two type of movements, depends in the model. For example, we have a natural movement and robotic movement. Materials. We have a lot of materials to create this type of prosthetics, but I mentioned 5 in specific because these 5 are the most common. We have titanium, iron, plastic, carbon fiber, and PLA. The PLA is a plastic that they use in 3D printers. For example, I create this cat with a PLA in a 3D printer of the University of Celaya. The cost of bionical type in general are expensive, but the exception of the PLA. The PLA are a cheap material, but in general are expensive, depends on the model and the material of the creation. How they work. In this part, I explain to you the form that this bionical hand work. The first thing that I explain to you is we have in the bionical hand, in this case, in this model, we have 3 sockets. The sockets are electric signal receptor that the bionical hand used to reproduce the movement. So I explained with the with this photo. So in my brain, I think that I need to open this Pepsi. So the brain sent a brain signals to my left hand. So the brain signals go to the arm, sorry, to the 3 sockets in this case, in this place. The sockets receive the brain signals and transform these signals in electrical pulse. These pulses go to the socket to the hand in a specific, and the pulse go to the little computer that we have in the hand in this part. So the electrical pulse go to the socket to the computer, to the computer, and transform these electrical pulse in mechanical movements or mechanical signals. So after the computer transfer the pulse signals, the computer order in this case to my finger, we need to open this Pepsi. So the computer transmits a mechanical signal and the hand to this to open the Pepsi. This is the function of the prosthetic hand, of bionical hand. The time of that this hand produce this movement are very fast. In general, we have a 0.0001 seconds. In general, depends on the model and the capacity of the little computer in the prosthetic. Well, actually in Mexico have a company that create this type of prosthetics. The name of this company is P4H Bionica. This is a Mexican company that use 3D printers to create these bionical hands, etc. How will they evolve? Well, this type of technology evolve every year, and during the research of this investigation, I found an article that explained that a German university have a lot of investigation to create the first prosthetic and functional organ. So personally, I think that this technology is very interesting. And I think that in the future, a lot of persons, they will save with this technology because the donation lists are very long and the time of wait in this list are insane. So this involves change a lot of lives and save a lot more. Another involved is this hand, because this hand have a lot of sensors that recreate the fields, because the sensor is connected to the brain and the brain recreate these fields with the sensors, sensor of temperature, pressure, etc. And it's interesting. And I think that this involved is important. Thank you, and thank you for your time, and thank you for seeing my video.